Yo guys, it is time. It is the best day of the month. It is giveaway day. Oh yeah! This is the absolute best stream that we get to do every single month. Saragon, thank you very much for that sub. Didn't get the alert box there on the intro screen, but much appreciated. That is 4 months and you will have some meeps. Speaking of meeps, today is the day that you're going to need to spend them. Let's open that giveaway. Bam, giveaway is open. Make sure everything is looking good there. We're good. Okay, cool. So today we're going to carry on with El Chapolino. Let's get the admin out of the way first though. As well as the usual commands of win and mystery today, you will also need to use exclamation point how if you're not sure how to get into the giveaway. But the giveaway command is OCT20 a space and an X, where X is the number of tickets that you would like to buy. We've also got another command. Exclamation point second. As part of today's launch of Patreon. Super happy about this. It's been a lot of work. AJC72 getting his sub on. Absolute superstar. Thank you very much, dude. As part of Patreon launch, Patreons that are of the video viewer and above category will get a second chance to win something on today's stream. And in fact, on every final stream of the month stream. Happy days. Go check out Patreon for that. I know a lot of you already have. And honestly, I'm surprised doesn't cut it. Like, Shadow Shrine getting his sub on with Twitch Prime. That's 2 months. And he kicks off a hype train. Well, let's give you something to get hyped about. It's giveaway day. You could win that £50 hobby voucher to any hobby stockist of your choice. You could also, after that giveaway has been done, and Commissar Bob, to answer your question, that will run till exactly 11:30. Brush for Hire getting some hype in there. Thank you very much for that cheer, dude. I still haven't worked out how to get custom things in the jar. I'm still working on that one. Imperial Bunker is here. You could win Sergeant Ripper Jackson. What an epic guardsman this utter boss lady is. So much detail on this mini, it's insane. I fucking love it. If you don't fancy that, you could win Lord Inquisitor Kyra Draxus, one of the main protagonists from the Psychic Awakening saga. Another amazing miniature. Again, bags of detail. Apparently, she is the relentless eradicator of Necrons. Got Silent King down there. You might have to have a word with her in a chat in a bit, you know. If you don't want either of those two minis, Lethal Styles getting a sub on as well. Well, that's a gift from Shadow Shrine. Let me give Lethal Styles Leethal. That son's dog getting their sub on as well. There's love you, man. Lethal Styles, congrats on that gifted sub. There's your meeps. But like I said, if you don't want either of those two minis, and why would you not? You could win the contents of the mystery box. This is a very special mini. I'm not even, like, no bullshit. This is a very special mini There are no rules for it anymore. That narrows the field straight away. Could be a lot of things in this box though. So, all of that happening on this stream. Like I said though, if you are a Patreon and you have subscribed to Patreon at the video viewer or higher tier, whatever of that isn't picked, and there isn't the mystery box, all about stream day, not about Patreon, you will be in for a chance to win the other of those two minis, or your choice of those two if the winner of the original one takes the mystery box. There's plenty to play for tonight. It's going to be a fun one. So, how about we do some painting? Here we have our Chaplain on bike. Off stream, finished off those metallics. We went through, had to do the gold from start to finish on the Crozius up here on the last stream. That was great fun. Did a lot of painting gold, but then I finished off all of the rest of this off stream. As you can see, this gold and this gold, because of the amount of wash and the tiny amount of highlight on here, looks completely different. So we've used the same colors, we've kept our color palette restricted, but we've given ourselves something that looks very, very different. The other thing I've done to this, I just took some dark tone and dropped it into these recesses to get them even darker. To really give those that shadow that we were after. So I'm going to leave it up to the chat. Des, we are doing it tonight. Starts today. When originally Patreon was going to start tomorrow, alright? So real talk. I scheduled the video for, I think, 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Thinking, right, there's plenty of time, just in case things go wrong. We're good to go. And then, as I did that, the Vimeo thing told me that it was ready to go. I'm like, I could just post it now, and if I do, it means that anyone that's one of those second tier people gets another chance at tonight's winnings, and these are all really cool minis, and I want to paint every single one of them. Why not? Fuck it, we did it. So, it's from today. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys the choice. We can either paint the red now, or the bone now. So we need some votes in the chat for red, and some votes in the chat for bone. Not to be confused, of course, with the Tabletop Tactics absolute boss. We've got 1 vote for red, 1 vote for bone. Holding equal. Got to vote for almost bone, and then red. Bone is winning by 1 vote. 2 votes. 3 votes. Okay. Bone it's going to be then. So we're going to start this off. We're painting it brown to begin with. Steel Legion drab. There's nothing wrong with doing bone work up from bone color. So this would be the Menoth white highlight. And then going on with a wash, bringing it down, and then building those highlights back up. But we're going to put down the bone first with a base coat and undercoat of the Steel Legion drab. The reason behind that is because I want this to look really soft. Almost bone. It is almost bone. Strata Miniatures, how you doing? Exclamation point tokens. Or Strata. Both work. I saw Sarah in here earlier on as well. Exclamation point rival. Or Tufts. Danny, how you doing, bud? Oh, what a fantastic bunch of people we've got here. So, the bone stuff on here, we've got obviously all of these purity seals to do. We've got 3 skulls on this side of the guy to do. We've got his hat to do. We've got, I decided I was going to give him actual skulls on his handlebars. because that's just going to look sick. Or I might do this. It might detract from it too much. No, they're going to have to be gold. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. So we've got a load of these to do. Let's get started on them. Oh yes, so this is special. Going live at midnight tonight, to celebrate Rival Craft's first birthday. Get 15% off their MiG ammo stuff. We used a load of that for Magnus's base, which means I'm going to pick up some more later on, so Sarah, don't you dare sell out. And 25% off everything else in the store. I mean, that's like excluding vouchers, right? Sarah knows how to get all your money. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm definitely picking up some more of those MiG products. We're going to go pretty deep on some tufts as well to use for giveaways. Probably. Kets, don't get paid for another week. Oh, timing, man. Sell a kidney. It's worth it. Yes, that excludes vouchers. All right. Damn it. See? This is why they made it FAQs in 40k. People like me. I'm sorry. I am what was wrong with everything. So while we get some hobby on here tonight, what are you guys doing? Who else is hobbying along? Who's just here for all the giveaways? So, this is Kets TV. I'm kind of rooting for you to win the voucher tonight then. Get a £50 voucher to Rival Crafts. And then blow it all in their first birthday sale. Working on some sisters. Nice brush for hire. Painting Blight Lords. There's a lot of those Terminators floating about right now. I reckon they might be core in the new Death Guard Codex coming out in December. Building some Indomitus Crons. I've got so many more Crons to build. Celtic Crate, building the Puppets War. Awesome, man. That's cool. They got some fun stuff. Looking forward to your first painting lesson. Celtic Craig is one of 3 people who have signed up for the Airbrush Next Steps and Special Effects course, which is my own curriculum, my own guide on how to go from not knowing what to do with an airbrush at all to being very proficient with it. I'm going to teach him a load of techniques that he can use on pretty much anything past that point. A load of cross-transferable skills. Just transferable skills? Yeah, just transferable skills. Not sure where the cross bit came in. Maybe it was angry. Angry transferable skills. Let's see. A Cole, you're becoming a Patreon legend and finishing an AdMech commission. If you do become a Patreon, dude, let me know, because there's a stream alert that's set up for it, but I don't know if it works yet. It should be. You're here for the giveaways, absolutely. Oh, I'm writing some staff evaluations. Saragon, I hope you win one of the giveaways just so you're in a good mood for those staff evals. Like, poor old Brenda, she gets completely written off because she didn't win. I'd feel terrible. Des getting the transfers down. Nice. That's an important step. It's one of my least favourite things to have to do. Decals. Not a fan. But when you've got a large amount of Marines or something to do, it's one of the best ways to get through it. Adds a lot of interest to a mini. Relatively simply. Commissar Bob says, finished Heavy Weapons team, they're painting some more slightly heretical. Really? Blood Angel Intercessor. Viking getting some magnets going on. Awesome. You're procrastinating, Jaeger. You know, this is... I'm surprised you got around to saying that. Last verse says, we've seen a host of Sisters of Battlefield 2 at this point. Why? Because I can't figure out a colour scheme and I do not like using official ones. Okay. Ask the community for help, Last Verse Games, and I'm sure they'll throw out some helpful suggestions. And I'm sure they'll throw out some that you can at least use to go, yeah, I'm not painting them like that. And eliminate some stuff. Cormac, still doing the camo on Armigas. Oh no, mate. Just no. Rebel says, enjoying a tipple and tweaking the website ready for midnight and buying meeps to win shit. Absolutely. Do it. Win your own voucher. You know, save yourself some money. Batch painting some Stormcast, says Voodoo Yaz. Epic. Celtic Craig, I'm telling you now, man, the easiest thing to learn how to paint with is a Space Marine. So I'm glad you got those wolves. There's a reason that GW sells so many. It's super easy for little Timmy to get on those. Get that painted now. They're very simple models in the way that they don't have a lot of like complex detail or weird shapes, but they're very effective because you get all of the right things to do for your highlights, your shadows, your transitions. They're bulky enough, especially the Primaris things. You get a massive canvas to play with. They're great. Staff at Austin got no worries. Awesome, mate. Well done. Good stuff. Warren, how you doing? Malchetti layup a Dark Apostle. Awesome. Castle Bob says doing Deathwing colours. Could do. Sarah, you can win the hobby voucher to any hobby stockist. I'm just suggesting to all the nice folk here that they choose you. I'm suggesting that you should win it so that they can't choose you and they have to spend their own real money. Des always got me covered as well. Des, I made all the commands. We have Patreon command, second command, how command, giveaway command. The giveaway's been done correctly this time. No more complete bullshit on that side of things from me, fortunately. No chili sauce for Jay. Not this time, anyway. Absolutely. Des is right again. Mystery box giveaway is just a subscriber only giveaway. There's no currency down to enter it. You just got to be here to enter. That's all. And be a subscriber. And enough of you guys get gifted subs that that's usually not a problem. I think we've got maybe the most generous community on Twitch here. You're all continuing sources of inspiration. And this time I don't mean that in a sly way of calling somebody. There's no chili sauce command. Ever. Absolutely ever. Voodoo Yaz, shooting for the moon there, man. I see you just gone for the I'll keep reducing the number and trying it until I get one in system. Also, Voodoo Yaz, on a slightly weird tangent, are you a Hex Gecko getting his sub on? Absolute superstar. Speaking of superstars, right there in the chat is one of Twitch's own. It's Loza. It's been a long time since I've seen you stream, Dave. How are you? How is life in general? Janelle Sen is here as well. Getting all the royalty out. But yeah, Voodoo Yaz, are you a Brewdog Equity for Punks member? Because I really want to buy some beer that's just for them. And I know that you're a big beer fan. I'm wondering if I can just like PayPal you some De Niro. You're back Halloween, Jay. Oh, you're back on Halloween. Nice. That's going to be a good Saturday stream, Loz. And there's no need to be nervous. You're a natural. You'll be fine. Everyone, if you're not already following Loza, go and give her a follow. She's streaming Saturday night. Saturday night, I'll be playing Arkham Horror with my lady friend. It's going to be fun. Your first stream on Saturday as well. Brush for Hire, I think you said that was at 2 o'clock. See, I remember some of this shit. I plan on being there to watch. They just reopened the Equity, I believe. Nice. Might have to try and get in on that then. I really want some of their Mexican cake beer. Oh god, it sounds so good. Sounds so good. Sarah says, "Must eat chuckle. Mama Rival wants something home made for Xmas. So Lost, I thought I'll paint her a mini bust. I think she loves the Dryad bust holding the hedgehog. Maybe she's asking Papa Rival. The response, not keen on the Dryad. I'm sick to shit of ornaments around this house. Please, for the love of God, don't do it." Oh man. So really what you need is like a Titan. Yeah, go big, get a knight, and paint that. And then it can be seen from almost any part of whatever room it's in. That's the way to really piss off your dad, put it that way. It was a 10 a.m. start. Why did I think 2 o'clock? Shit. Do you know, awesome. I've never played it. I've read through like some of the rules. I intend to get the rest of those down tomorrow night, so they're all fresh in my head. So on Saturday night we can put some scary music on, play some 1920s H.P. Lovecraft inspired horror games. It's gonna be super, super cool. So now I've got to try and think of things that are homemade that aren't ornaments to try and please your old man, whilst at the same time making your mum happy. Tricky. Come on, chat. Sure, at least one of you has got some clean suggestions there. As long as it doesn't look like a Dali, you'll be alright. Played once, we called Cthulhu and... Oh, fucking hell. Ariel Ventry! How you doing, champ? John, the Patreon is up. You can now get yourself some painting lessons without me having to go all the way to you, or you all the way to me. But John, that's new. When it happened today. Happened today. So it's all new. Exclamation point Patreon or exclamation point second for more information. Steiner and Jan, all the cool streamers just jumped in at the same time. Dudes, how's it going? How is it going? Let's get some follows for both of these absolute bosses. Just, Jan, anytime you see me reach out with this hand, I'm going to take a drink, and you should look away from the screen for you will be disappointed by my choice of beverage today. I mean, it's not like a can of Foster's or anything, don't get me wrong. Like, there's levels we will not stoop to. Steiner, thank you very much, Chief. It's been a lot of work trying to figure out how to edit, what to edit, why to edit, who is edit. Please somebody get that reference. Right, let's do these pages as well. We may as well hit all those while we're pissing around with these colours. I love how this book is properly bound. There's an actual spine just here. And then you've got the ridge of the book. Someone's really thought about that. It's not Guinness from a can. No, it's not even beer. How is edit? How is edit was quite a lot of work, I'm telling you. Yeah, had a lot of fun, had a lot of frustration, had a lot of stress, and then once I'd managed to work it all out, had a lot of fun. It's some really nice cider. It's from Froome Valley. And it's just nice. Just wanted something kind of light today. Don't know why. Saw it in the supermarket, thought, haven't had that for years. I used to use it almost exclusively for making sauces. Nice little apple and mustard sauce. It was alright. Yeah, we're on the apple juice. Not something I drink often. At all. But, yeah. You love cider? Excellent. I was waiting for the it's not stout and then just leave. Or it's not whiskey. But Jan, how have you been, dude? What's been up on your stream? What have you been up to? I see Commissar Bob, cider fan. John, you can do as much or as little as you want. If after 1 month you're like, right, cool, we're done. That's it. The Anzig! Thank you for that host, dude. So the way the Patreon levels work, mate, is that you choose to be whatever you want. You can do it for as long or as little as you like in months. It's always in like minimum of 1 month. Because that's your commitment, right? That's your pledge. For the painting lessons, they go for as long as you feel you're getting something out of. So let's say you take the student classes. Student class will take you all the way from an airbrush novice or beginner up to basically this kind of standard. You know, all we've done here is the airbrush and next steps parts of that plan. We haven't even got to the special effects parts yet. So that's what you'll learn. Now for some people that might take a long time, for some people I have that in a couple of lessons. Job done, right? If at that point you think, yeah, I've learned everything I can learn from this, maybe I want to go on to the master course, maybe I just want to carry on with this for a few months or whatever, that's entirely up to you. The lessons proceed at the student's pace. I'll keep notes to be sure that I know where we're at with your progression, what we worked on last time, and that way you'll always be able to get relevant feedback. We're taking this on seriously from a teaching and coaching perspective. My other half is a teacher. She's about to be a qualified TA. My ex-wife was a teacher. So we've taken everything we've learned from them in our lesson planning to put into this. Damn, man, that sucks. But almost always better to have the work than not, man. Though in this case, it was not having the work that drove me to do this. So there we go. Right, that should be everything base coated. Jaeger, you horrible bastard. I mean, he's good now though, right? Like, at least get to the other end of that. Okay, make sure there's nothing that needs a second coat. I think we're pretty good on that since we've got the bone to go over it. Might just do another little pass on the helmet here because that's obviously a massive focal point in the miniature. And so getting everything down smooth to begin with is really going to help us out. Just try to trace in around the black areas here on the helmet. Gonna go and do those the normal armor color, but there's no point in doing that before we did the bone, just in case we make a bit of a mess on this this layer. I'm off to my second world of VR. Oh wow! Awesome, dude! Look, you have fun. I've never done a VR thing, not modern VR, like old school VR where you put an entire TV on your head. Done that, but not new VR. That's epic. Kets, there will be new streams. So there's going to be a stream, I'm going to say definitely on a Friday. And very possibly on a Wednesday. I'm thinking we keep Monday free. No stream Monday apart from the Hellstorm stream because that's where the lessons are going to be. Did I lock you out of the stream? No. How could I don't even know how to do that, let alone why I'd do that. See the chat with no video or audio? Just try a refresh, man. Except I just said try a refresh and he can't. Can somebody tell him to try a refresh? Thank you, Jan. Even before, he's on a fucking cell phone and like, there's no F buttons. There we go! Shit. Attempt to turn his phone off and on again. Have you turned it off and on again? Yeet your phone. Fuck, don't do that. Cheers though, guys. Really appreciate the help. Right, so we've got some Menoth white now. I'm going to paint this on pretty much everywhere that we've done our brown. We're going to leave the smallest amount of that just showing in some of the deepest recesses and right up against these armor panels. And as you can see, the bone isn't getting the best coverage over this. Just imagine what that would have been like over the black, yeah? The P3 paints have got strong pigments, that's for sure, but there's only so much you can ask of a little bit of paint. Hello, this is IT. Yes, have you tried turning it off and on again? I've only watched some of the IT crowd, or IT crowd, you know, however people actually say it. And the one where they give the redheaded lass the internet is fucking hilarious. Sarah, speak to you in a minute. Don't forget, guys, that Rival Craft's first birthday sale happening at midnight tonight, all the way through till the 1st. Like I said, I'm going to be picking up some more of those MIG weathering powders. Very impressed by those. Pick up another couple of different hues, different colours that they've got. Need to find one that's a green for definite. Just going to assume it's because I was calling for the... Brilliant. Still the Goth in the Cupboard episode. Oh, God. That 999 one. I've seen that. Like, whatever it was, 3. Risco! Thank you for that follow, man. Welcome to the stream. Main unit, awesome. So like I said, just leaving some of the deepest recesses, a little bit between the teeth here. And get those nice and dark so when we've got our highlights on. Everything else, the teeth just stand out. Pop the skull down quick. Go through everything else. We will come back to the skull for another smooth coat of this bone. We might need it in a few other places as well. But let's look at these purity seals. So the way I like to paint these is just doing horizontal motions. The occasional vertical motion for an edge highlight. I think if you do it this way, any bits that you miss just look a little bit more like creases. Let's zoom in a touch. Need to make sure we can still get all those on screen, but there you go, makes it a little easier to see. I tell you now, Rocky is not the person that has the most meeps. By a long way. The person that does have the most meeps doesn't drop by very often, but is an absolute boss. Someone that I hope most of you guys will remember, especially you old schoolers out there, is Mr. Wu-Tang Clan. That guy has more meeps than I have. He just doesn't spend them. Wu-Tang, if you're out there, we need you to be buying those tickets tonight. I need to be able to pay you back for all the cheers, the bits, just the general well wishes. So what we're doing now is we're just going back across some of this, and again we're missing a load more. So now we've got that very stripy, very patterned feel already. How do you enter? Exclamation point, how? You're your student, awesome. Thank you very much, John. I was hoping we'd get a Patreon alert. Maybe that's going to take a little while to go through. Please alert work. Boo. Boo. Okay, not everything has gone entirely according to plan. We're setting this up. A couple of integration issues then, by the looks of it, between Discord, Patreon, and Twitch, but I'm sure we can sort those. John, what I will do after the stream is I will send you a link to a calendar where you can choose your time slot and book yourself in for your painting lesson, mate. So you got this hopefully very well organised. Hopefully. Viking, strong meats balance. And Fish is here as well. How you doing, buddy? Rocking up fashionably late, as always. Alright, there we go. So we've got ourselves a little bit of Purity Seal stuff going on here. Again, just grab a few additional highlights with this colour on there to help just break up that surface a touch. Gives us something that already looks old, weathered and worn, even before we get any washes or other highlights on there. Take on leave because things are sketchy. I've worked 50 hours this week. Fucking hell. That's rough, dude. That's rough. Yo, Jay, is the Samurai Flame guy from the new Catacombs box in the mystery box? I mean, if I told you, it wouldn't be a mystery. I did say there are no rules for what's in the mystery box. There's no rules anymore. Chimo feels confident. Very confident. It's Chaplain Dreadnought. So does Viking by looks of it. Is it a Chaplain Dreadnought? Is it? Let's review what we know so far about the contents of the mystery box. It's a weighty thing. When we rattle the box, it's got heft to it. I mean... Oh, Jaeger. It's a Legion of the Damned model. Damn. Damn. Could be the special character they did. There's no rules for him anymore. Interesting. Interesting. Someone thinks it's a rock. Every chance. M. Graining says, what's the giveaway this month? Well, let me recap it for you, sir. It is either Sergeant Ripper Jackson, most badass of all Catachan Sergeants, Inquisitor Kyra Draxus, the main character in the Psychic Awakening series, and apparently killer of Necrons, or the contents of this box, which are chunky. Remember, anyone that is a Patreon of the video viewer or higher tiers, after the mini draw has been done, will get a second chance to win something from there. You won't be able to choose the mystery box. So if neither of these two minis have been chosen, you get the choice. If one of them has, then you get the other one. That simple. That's all it is. Now we drawn on stream this evening. We've got an hour and many minutes in the boss battle, which currently Lethal Styles is the boss. They're going to win 10,000 meeps at exactly 11:25 if nobody dethrones them and becomes the new boss. Last first games, I'm going to get that boat. Commissar Bob could be a Death Dread, he says. I did say it's not got rules anymore. Death Dreads. I think the Dread mob doesn't have rules anymore, but the Dread itself does. We did do a Dread last October as well. One day I'm going to send you a tiny Epics boat for the box. Brilliant. Do it. Do it. We'll turn it into basing material for whatever's in the box. But it'll make Crownblade absolutely jizz himself to death in happiness. You know, that's how happy he'll be. Just like... Bands Lost Arms, not a problem, dude. First PDF guide will be released on Friday. It will be how we did the black on this bike. Also on Friday will be the first YouTube tutorial. That'll be another video tutorial. So everyone will have access to that. There'll be no requirements for membership or anything. Otherwise, anyone can go watch that, earn some tips. And that one is going to be all about creating scenic bases. We're going to take this kind of okay-ish effort from G-Dubs that, like, here's a base, we've made a base that's a bit more basey. We're going to turn that into something that actually looks cool. And that's going to be our first YouTube tutorial. And then the following week, when we release our next Patreon tutorial, that YouTube tutorial will be turned into another written PDF guide for the weekly reader and above tiers on Patreon. So I'm hoping that we've got everything kind of hooked up and it all organically kind of flows in. Oh, dude, I didn't notice, but I don't really look at my crystals balance unless it's time to buy things for the stream, what's in the budget, all of the crystals plus whatever it is that I've got to spend. That's basically the way the stream models goes. Some of them, we occasionally get stuff people donate, which is obviously wonderful when it happens. But some things, it's just a case of, well, I want to paint this, and this is how many meats we've got. Sorry, not how many meats, how many crystals we've got. So we're getting it. Buying a Catacomb box as well. Models look awesome. They are going to look awesome. Come on, Bob. No worries, dude. Looking forward to seeing it as always, mate. There you go. So you can see again, we've got that worn, weathered look on those already. The skulls are going to need, all of them I think are going to need a second pass of this bone. Still looking a little bit patchy. You can see what we're doing. We're hitting all of the hard ridge areas of the skull. We're leaving a tiny gap between the orbital bone and this, the top of your eye and the forehead. So there's a gap just in along the eyebrow line. We're leaving that nice and dark, just to help provide some contrast. But otherwise, we're pretty much hitting all of the surface with our lighter bone color. So, who's watched the Hellstone Wargaming How to Play Warcry episode, or like Mikey and Georgie's first, well, not really first go through, they did say they played a game before, but their show that they did together. The Catacombs box, Commissar Bob, is the new Warcry box. So they've released like a second box. It's apparently a starter set, and apparently not necessarily the best starter into Warcry, based on what Mikey said. But equally, you get a lot of cool shit. You get some cool toys. So what's not to love? There are these pictures in Danny, chill. Chill. Jager, I think you might need to restrain him. Metal paints can do. Mostly because they tend to dry and leave metallic fleck in there. Having a good brush cleaning regimen is really important when using metal paints a lot. I know a lot of people will just use older brushes for metallics rather than like whatever it is that they're actually normally using to paint. But because my brush cleaning sort of schedule and that regimen I was just talking about is pretty on point, I've never had any issues with metallic paint specifically causing degradation of brushes sooner than normal, you know. You'll get the mallet, brilliant. Yeah, you haven't had a Primaris Lieutenant in such a long time, man. The last one felt like summer, you know. We're nearly in winter. We've nearly had a season without a Primaris Lieutenant, and I, for one, am starting to feel the pinch. Did watch your Imperial Bunker battle. It was cool to watch your Knights in action. They need some proper mics, though. They do need some proper mics. Yeah, so I know at least one of the guys from Imperial Bunker is watching. When I started watching it myself, just to see how it was. And the intro, I know we were quite far away from the phone cam. It was pretty hard to hear. And I imagine the rest of the game was equally a little bit tricky to hear some of the words. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it, though. Those of you that have seen it, a lot of you have been asking to see me in action, and now you got your chance again. Tried to go into as much thought process as I could do without explaining my game plan for the turn following the one I was working on. Said to you guys a few times that, you know, when you play 40k, what you need to be doing is thinking a couple of turns ahead, not just the turn you're in now, but what to do next turn and what your opponent's going to do in their next turn. And so couldn't go into that too much because obviously playing a game, I need to be sure that my opponent isn't getting all of the intel. But my opponent is a member of this community, Datcom. He's occasionally by. Don't know if he's here tonight. If you are, mate, say hi. But I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was a good game. Nice, mate. Advanced Lost Arms. Hope you enjoy it. So here we go. We're just getting these bone layers put down again. Just get a nice smooth finish on these, and we're always going to try and go in the direction with our brush strokes that we want the most impact on the mini at the end of that brush stroke. We remove the brush from the miniature. There's a tiny extra bit of paint left in that spot, so we want the brightest area to be where we're working towards. So here it's the forehead, so we're coming down the skull there. It's going to be the same on this side, because that's ever so slightly in shadow, so we're all working towards this one point down there at the bottom of the cheekbone. Same deal, bring everything up to the front. Check out that knee skull just a little bit more, and the eye sockets, top of those teeth, and then we can go on to the main skull right here. What chat are you painting this Chaplain as? It's going to be a Dark Angel mash on pizza. Potato on pizza. I can see that. I can see that. So I've got a very large commission on at the moment. We've got a load of Dark Angel stuff to do. There's 20 intercessors, 5 assault intercessors, 2 impulsors that we're just putting together at the moment. Got the first sort of bulk part of the hull down. All of these are not going to be assembled. They're going to be attached after they've been painted. We're doing a lot of sub-assemblies on these things to get through them efficiently. What else have we got? We've got Chaplain on bike. We've got 3 ATVs. We've got 5 plasma scepters. So the jumpy dudes with plasma guns. We've put on these epic looking smoke trails that have been 3D printed. Can't wait to get these painted. They're going to look sick AF. What else? What else? Was there anything else? Oh shit, yes, there's something else. There's 2 Ravenwing Dark Talons, the flyers. So we're going to do a technique on marble on the wings for those. That will almost certainly be a tutorial video. And there's a couple of different ways of doing it. So between now and then, I'll work out which way we're going to do it. It's either going to be the baby wipe method, which some of you will probably already know of, which is where you take a baby wipe or a dryer sheet, you dry it out, you stretch it out, and then you can absolutely get yourself some nice, quick, easy marble veining. Alternatively, I've got a stencil, which was from Death Ray Designs. Picked that up when I got the massive order of stuff through from them. All that scenery, it still needs to be painted at some point. Chris Frozin! How you doing? Everybody, let's get some love in the stream for this titan of Twitch. The 3D printing machine, Mr. Frozin. GZZ Mac, thank you for that follow. Duck, you broke Chris. You broke Chris? How did you break Chris? Grand Magos, thank you for the follow. It takes a lot to break Chris. Have to shoot, have to clean some prints for work. If I win, mystery box. Absolutely, dude. You all broke Chris. My God. Strata Miniatures, thank you very much for tonight. We will see you soon. Exclamation point tokens and exclamation point strata. See what they offer. You can get a discount there as well with the code Mohawks Rock. Yeah, they do. Really think this face looks a little bit like Baron Samedi. Not just the fact it's a skull, but the shape of it. How the fuck did you guys break Chris? 150. Oh wow. That'll do it. Known Entity 2501. Thank you for the follow. Broke the stream bot too. Great. Void Dragon and Silent King will break him in one stream. Well, I'll be painting both of those two come the Necronathon 2. That is going to be the 21st of November. We're painting the Silent King, the Void Dragon, the Nightbringer, 3 Spiders, 20 Warriors, 25 Immortals, 3 Doomstalkers, 3 Locust Destroyers. Fuck, there's more and I can't remember it. A Hex Gunman, some Cryptex, 2 Doom Scythes, all in 48 hours. Dude, that's epic. That is absolutely epic. You get new toys. What a great day. Right, moving into some Menoth White highlight for this now. Mash on Pizza. Thank you for that follow. You'll be there buying coloured mohawks. You might be. You might be. Commissar Bob's been trying to get it called the Electric Boogaloo for ages, but Necronathon 2 Judgment Day, because they're all painted like the Terminator. It has to be. Got so much shit in front of this door. Let's grab one of these Scorpack mods. That's the colour scheme. This was one of 110 minis that we painted in a single weekend. Therefore, it has to be Judgment Day. I am looking forward to increasing the amount of crons that we have. It's going to be epic. Anyway, for you guys that have just joined us from Chris's stream, you're in for a treat. It is giveaway day today. We have got 2 giveaway prizes. First one, exclamation point win, is a £50 giveaway voucher to the hobby stockist of your choice. Quick FYI, this weekend is Rivalcraft's very first birthday, and so a £50 voucher there will stretch a long way with the extra discounts that Sarah is providing. We've also got a giveaway for one lucky subscriber they will win, painted by me, either Sergeant Ripper Jackson or Lord Inquisitor Kyria Draxus. And if they don't fancy either one of those two things, they can instead choose the contents of the mystery box. Now, in the mystery box, there is a mini. It fits entirely within the box. It is pretty solid from that noise. And as a clue, there are no rules for this anymore. This particular mini no longer has rules. Haven't given away what game system that could be. Just no longer has rules. If you are a Patreon member, however, and you are of the video viewer tier or higher, !2, you will get another shot at winning one of these minis. So after the prize has been drawn, whichever one of these has been taken, you get choice of either of these two if they're both in, or the other one that is left. The mystery box, you've got to choose that box to open it. That's all. Do you get the box? No way. That box, that is very hard to come by. It is a cigar box for a very limited edition set of cigars that released to a place called the Smoke Inn. And they were fucking delicious. That's all I've got on that front. So we're getting a mix now, about 50-50 of the Menoth White Highlight and Menoth White Base. This is my usual progression with Bone, and I've just realised actually we forgot to do the pages on the book with that first highlight. So we need to go back in and get them. Conradson! How you doing, brother? So all we're looking to do is hit mostly the edges. It doesn't matter if we get some of the recesses. There's going to be a wash on this. Duck, thank you very much for that follow, man. Welcome to the stream. So again, doesn't make a huge difference if we get into some of the recesses with this. We're just looking to establish our first highlights. If we can leave the recesses, we will. But it's all good. Happy days. Have to try and sneak in the other side of that bookmark, though. Viking, take it easy, man. Have a good one. And Chris, it's great to see you, mate. Super glad you're streaming. Notice you've got your new mini being released very soon. I wanted to say this weekend, but I'm not entirely certain I'm right with that one. She looks super cool with the whip and everything else she's got going on. Crazy the amount of detail you guys get on those. I'm also looking for, and I was talking to somebody, but they seem to have sort of dropped off a little bit, so hopefully I can re-establish contact. But if not, I am looking for somebody to 3D print me a gigantic Space Marine. We're talking 200mm plus in height, if possible, for a potential giveaway stream in December. Dude, you've definitely said hey. I saw your messages earlier on. Much love to you as well, my friend. It's brilliant to see you, mate. But I'm good. I'm good. December Wind. I said part of your name. That is true. We don't want to do the giveaway in you, though. Like that's going to just get messy. There you go. So that's those pages done. Now you can start that next video. Go full size. Yeah, real size. Chris, that's because you're a boss. Not because I'm a boss. Because you're a boss. I want to do a potential giveaway where we get people to vote on a Space Marine chapter. And then we'll paint a gigantic Marine towards Christmas in said chapter. And it could be any chapter. It doesn't have to be like Ultramarine or Dark Angel or whatever. It can be any chapter. So like all the lesser known ones like Mortifactors and Blood Drinkers and... I mean, I've run out of lesser known Space Marine chapters because they're lesser known. The Trident Boys, whatever they're called, Silver Spears, all of these we could do. But my Dark Pharaohs, a primary successor chapter of the 1,000 Songs. The 1,000 Songs? Is that like now 51? No one in the chat is going to get that joke. Santa Craig says next month's push is going to be the Grinning God from Chris. It's going to be awesome ad for the Harlequin. Nice. Guys up, Bob, that is good news. That's nearly until the giveaway. You might have to sneak in that extra 10 minutes somehow. $11:30 is going to be the time we find out who wins that £50 hobby voucher. I'm sure even Chris would be like, spend a hobby voucher in my store. Maybe you want yourself some pretty sexy looking 3D printed minis. Some of them are pretty sexy. Magnus did many things wrong. He did at least one thing wrong. Very, very wrong. So you see we're getting that nice smooth progression through our highlights with this now. Yeah. Having that Steel Legion drab. I keep wanting to call it by its old name, but I'm trying to get out of the habit of that. Graveyard Earth, but having that Steel Legion drab as our base coat has really helped this out. Haven't had to lean on a wash at all. We might still, after our final highlights are down, just come in and just help shade in some of those areas if we feel the contrast isn't quite enough. That's one of the best things about painting is it's a non-linear thing. You can go back and forth as much as possible. In fact, I know I'm going to put a wash on this just around here to just darken down that little recess where the nose was. Yo, can I get my redacted BA successor paint scheme? You might be able to, promise up, Bob. You might be able to. It's going to be a vote. So you just need to find somebody with the STL file. I know somebody. Just need to get back in contact with them and start working on that. Again, brushing upwards towards the point where we want our brightest highlights to be. So I'm going to turn the mini upside down so I can drag the brush, some of these brush strokes, and then we're working up to a point here, that brightest area. It's Sith, yeah. He's done a couple. And I don't even mind if we have a Chaos Space Marine either. So yeah. Could be Chaos, could be Loyalist. Might not even be a solo stream. Speaking of, like, not solo streams, Mr. Frozin, when is your weekend paint-a-thon that you were going to do your Drukhari for? Is this why I haven't seen you for a while? You're hoping I'd forget? In all but one very obvious respect, I am just like an elephant. That's right, it's that big nose. Seen a cool looking STL of a Marine fighting off a Tyrannid. It's not in the GW proportions, but it's cool as shit. Hoping for just like a single Marine. But yeah, throw it in. Double weekend paint streams. I'm not sure Twitch could handle the awesomeness. Also, I know that Chris and I would just end up crying at each other at about 3 a.m. Like, I'm so tired. Loz would just be drunk in the background. All we're doing here is just picking out some of the pages on the corner of the book, just to give that a little extra bit of oomph. Now, it's a technical term. But yeah, in the same way of sort of shading anything, just want to get those points of interest, get those transitions in there. So just by highlighting the corner of this book, rather than all of the pages, we're going to build a little bit of a point of interest at these ends as we build our highlights a bit. I want to know what's in this book to make it so important to chain it down. I mean, I'm assuming it's probably not whatever passes for Playboy in the 41st millennium. That seems a little too obvious. Right, couple of quick highlights on these scrolls. So, we're going to be a little bit more sparse on here than we were before. We're not even necessarily going to go all the way across for our horizontal highlights. And we're definitely going to miss quite a lot of the area there, just to make sure we've got something that looks a little bit worn. That was the theme all the way through the painting of these bits so far. It's the Book of the Dead. It could be the Necronomicon. It could be the Necrotelecomnicon. I wonder if anyone gets that. How to pretend we are loyalists. They do need to keep that one a secret. That is true. Yeah, maybe you're right with that one. Maybe it's just a Dark Angels Codex supplement. And he's like, you can't see it yet. I've signed an NDA. If I let you know what it is, Kratos will come round to your house and he'll stamp on me. Can't have that. So maybe he's doing me a favour by hiding it from me. That's another option. Cool. Let's move on to these and then the main event. That skull helmet. So as before, just pick up a few additional lines through here. And because there's a lot of that brown showing through, when we even start thinking about text going onto these, and I think we'll do a little bit of slightly sexy freehand. Get some little imperial iconography going on as well. And we've already got a nice background of lines to help break up any issues that we might have with our script work. They're just Alpha Legion in disguise. Did anyone see the thing with the dice that somebody did? They had every one of the different Forge-World dice split into 2 lots of 9 for the Loyalist Legions and the Traitor Legions. And there may have been 2 dice that were swapped around just a touch. Who knows what they could have been. I thought that was genius. Such commitment, very wow. Sneaky Legion. That's the Raven Guard, right? Right. So working in the top of this head. It's obviously the brightest area of it. So let's just thin this down just a touch more. We're not working with a glaze, but we're not that far off of it with this. So we're going to take many coats to get full coverage, but that's going to enable us to have that super smooth chrome dome bone that we want here. All those hazard stripes, Iron Warrior intensifies. What hazard stripes? Love hazard stripes, man. Absolutely the most metal thing ever in all of 40k. You can keep your Grimdark. I'll have hazard stripes. And all my knights are loyalist Iron Warriors, so, you know, there's that too. We were never here. Nice. Commissar Bob, you were super sneaky until you all capsed, whatever that says. And then the sneakiness detensified. That's got to be a word, right? Untensified? Can we have that as a word? So highlighting up, we've got the brow line coming into the area around the nose now, making sure that gets nice and lighted. Now we're not doing much on these bottom teeth. So in the same vein as painting any face, we want the highlights to build from darkest to brightest as you progress up the entire thing. So we've given ourselves like a hard limit on how far down our highlights can go of sort of this level of the face. At least they form all their enemies that has us their health. It's not their fault and cannot be held responsible for injury sustained. Exactly. With the Health and Safety Legion, we walk around with some wet floor signs and just generally advise people, you know, careful walking down the stairs, you know, bend with your legs, pick up with your back straight. It's a hard hat area. Which is why all my Marines wear hats. Perturabo says, wear your lid. You lot heard the rumour about Chris' new army, heard it's Ultramarines. Really? He does like painting blue, you know. I wouldn't put it past him. Right, I'm just going to grab a little of this Steel Legion drab. Get this nice and thin, so we've got control over it. And then I'm going to paint in these cracks that are on the head. There's a couple of breaks in the bone. And we're just going to put those in now before we do our next highlight, which is going to be pure Menoth White highlight. And that's just going to help get us to that state of all the detail coming out. And then we can put the highlights in either side of these cracks. Now, the trick here, not that there's much of a trick, it is just brush control, is to ensure your paint is nice and thin. It needs to flow off the brush with the lightest of brush pressure. But it can't be so thin that you're leaving massive pools of it on the Mini. So the way I like to describe this is that you need paint that is so thin that if your brush is pushed into it, it can easily suck up whatever is there, but equally not so thin that it changes the shape of your brush tip. If it does, too thin. It's going to distend your brush. It's going to mean that you don't have control anymore because you're fighting the shape of the brush rather than the placement of the paint. Zoom right in quick. There you go, you can see we've got those cracks in that skull now. Looking much more sinister. Much more interesting having those in there. Super easy. So that spider is painted just one Omega symbol sharpie of Smurf. It's so brilliantly blue. Brilliant. Kets, welcome back. Wait, what? Please tell me on that beep when they reverse. Reverse? They never reverse. We pirouette gracefully out of combat and then shoot somebody and then charge them again. That's why it's a pirouette, you see. It's a circular movement. Right, so now we've got some mouth white highlight. Pretty much just as is. Only a little bit of water in there. And this is going to be our brightest highlight on this. I don't want to go too far up to white. We might do it if we need to get a bit more separation, but everything else is very dark on this Mini, so we should be fine. We're doing a nice highlight at the very top of the helmet, which will blend down a little bit. We're also just getting a nice quick edge highlight around those little bits of battle damage. Let's go right back in again to give you guys the best view of this. So we're going to do underneath here, and then we'll just do this side of that line as well. Don't want to draw a box all around it. That's not going to help you out at all. You need to give the illusion of depth, and that's what both of those two lines will do. Same just in here. And what we're essentially doing is highlighting the top part of the skull that's underneath where the crack is. That would be where the natural highlight would be. So it's a common sense highlight. Let's continue this one just around there. I'll give maximum separation between the black of the armor and the bone of the skull, but it's just looking, just looking nasty now. Again, here I'm going to do just below and in front of that line on the vertical, and under that one for the horizontal. Just touch there as well, and then we'll get that regular highlight put in across the top. Let's get a little bit going on the very side of the harsh ridge on the forehead, just around the eye socket there. Let's start the music off again. We do a tutorial on battle damage. Never understood how you highlight it. Yes, we will definitely do that, mate. I've got plans for quite a lot of stuff. I don't want to spoil anything. Didn't really mean to do that highlight, so I'll have to do this one as well now. But yeah, I got plans for quite a few tutorials. So the next video tutorial, which will be a YouTube tutorial, not a Patreon tutorial, it's all about how you can take a base that GW have turned into a scenic base, i.e. they've molded some plastic tap for it. Now you can take this and make it something that really is a scenic base. Nick McDade is here. Brother, how you doing? Working on Scully McSkullface right now. I've got to say, he's looking particularly skull-faced. The black eyes look so good with that. So good. We're not going to leave them as black. What are your Dark Angels? I know we've asked the question about eyes, and you went, I don't really paint them. But was it blue we were going for? I'm like 90-ish% sure it was blue. Because I think that's what we did for the for Dreadnought. Looking straight. Is that how you want the eyes? Just like... It's alright, dude. I got you, man. Alright, let's hit these eyebrows. This skull, kind of chubby-cheeked skull. Feels weird to say that. Still have wet dreams about our free bar. Probably be 2022. Mate, it might be. It might be. I still can't believe you got Mikey to agree to that. Like, he is for sure losing money on that event. Oh, stuff and things. Omar just getting his sub on. That's 4 months. Absolute superstar. Thank you very much, dude. Pro Jam, careful. I understand what you mean. It's just that's not the best way to say that. Alright, let's do a little bit of weathering here as well. Let's just do one little crack in the skull. So again, super light brush pressure. Keep this line as thin as possible. There you go. Look at that tiny, tiny, tiny skinny ass line. Let me get that highlight in underneath. But Nick, was it blue eyes? Did we do blue eyes for your dread? Reasonably sure we did. There you go, quick highlight in underneath as well. Just sell that damage a little bit more. It's okay, dude. Don't worry. Can't remember. Fuck. I'm pretty sure it is. When the Leviathan comes up round in this again. Someone please look at the eyes. Oh, God. What we like. Wait. Sammy's eyes were the same colour. They were probably blue. It's every detail apart from the one that I actually fucking want. Taka Frag, thank you for the follow and welcome. Let's see, we are just under an hour away from deciding who the stream boss is for this month's stream. They get 10,000 meeps. You're going to need to use those meeps this evening to try and get yourself that £50 hobby voucher. Used for any hobby stockist of your choice. Exclamation point win for some more details on that. Maybe you want to pick yourself up some new toys at Element Games. Exclamation point Element. Maybe you want to spend that money at Rival Crafts in their first anniversary birthday sale. I'm going to be spending some money there, so, you know, maybe you guys do too. Once again, let's grab a little bit of that Steel Legion Drab. A Ludovic 357 with the follow as well. Thank you very much. Welcome. There's a little bit of molded battle damage right here on the front. Just going to get into there. Darken that down. Again, just come back in. A little bit of shadow on that nose. There's Rival Sarah. See, she had her name. $50 to Miranda Irene. Wow, that's no. They don't do gift vouchers. What they do is pirated shit. So, no. I don't support that. Right, on this skull, because it's kind of upside down, this is the brightest point. It's where these teeth are going to be. So we need to pick these out with this highlight color as well. It's looking a bit ropey, that. Not gonna lie. Come on, sub Bob. Totally understand that, mate. If I'm honest, we almost certainly won't stream into a video game. But I appreciate when you help out your friend. If anybody in the chat is interested in Overwatch, I've never played it, but my housemate has. Go check MXRCY out. 50 quid for artist over dry brushes. That's an Element Games voucher, so yeah, you could use it for that. Still waiting for them to release their base coat brushes. She's gonna have the full Artist Opus BDSM series. Dear oh dear. Oh, we need a naming convention. What do these initials spell? Well... Right, just coming back in. Just looking to hit the recesses of these teeth. Just to help get them in focus. And then bring that highlight up just a touch more. On this part of the head, we've just gone right into that recess where the sort of brow line is. Just trying to thin that down just a touch. And it's ever so slightly too thick. And that's much better. Need to even it out on this side a touch. And then we're good to go. We'll get some more battle damage in on that skull to make it look a little bit more interesting. A little bit less flat. And then we're done on our bone. So I said we'd probably do the bone and the red this evening, so we could move on to the red, or we could do the eye lenses, and I'll let you guys decide. So you've got a minute or two, red or eye lenses. Push Motive getting his sub on. What up, he says. Everything's good, bro. How about you? As part of your Prime subscription, you're now eligible, exclamation point mystery, to enter into our mystery giveaway this evening, where you could win one of 2 minis that you know of, or the contents of the mystery box. So we got red eyes, red eye lenses. Can't be red eye lenses. Doing good painting on my flesh terrors. Nice, dude. Always like the flesh terrors. They just seem like slightly more manly blood angels. If any Blood Angels players out there are offended by that, good. Now I think of finding another hobby. There's no chance of matching that. Jay, that is so sick. Dude, there is a Patreon video that literally explains from start to finish how to paint this black. 100%. You can sign up to the airbrush lessons from the Airbrush Next Steps and Special Effects student class on Patreon, and I will literally teach you how to do this. What I do is, no secret, use the airbrush through a specific style to achieve this kind of effect. Then the next steps are essentially add some shadows, add some highlights, get the right colors in the right places to tell a story about your miniature, and then add some cool special effects, whether that be weathering, OSL, or more. And it looks like red has won out, so that's what we're going with. So here's our mix for our red. We've got some Kador red base, some black, and some Flash Gitch yellow from G-Dubs. One of my favorite yellows. Absolutely love it. Let's get all of that out of the way. Going to start off with a mix of red and black. I really like doing this. It desaturates the red, but it keeps it very firmly red. Another good option for something like this is to lay down a base coat of brown. But we kind of did that with the bone. Don't want to do that again now. Don't forget as well, Patreons, today you will get a second shot at winning one of the minis that are up to giveaway. So we're just mixing the red and the black, probably about 30% black, 70% red. Let's get a nice dark, desaturated, not quite burgundy. I'm going to thin that down and base coat everything that needs to be red. Trevor makes airbrush of the day, and I had the touch of a locksmith, so I'm going to get one for Christmas. Nice, dude. Mate, that's sounding good already. Honestly, to anyone out there that's thinking of getting an airbrush, stop buying toy soldiers for a month or two and buy an airbrush. It will change everything you do about your hobby. A couple of months ago, I painted 110 miniatures in the space of 48 hours. Des! Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Wait for text-to-speech.
What wonderful fish are souls. What beautiful fish are souls. No finer fish ever seen on a dish are souls. Are souls.
Unfortunately, Mr. Dares, the bot is not going to say arseholes, which is what you were really hoping for. And if I'm honest, what I expected to have happen. So... dear oh dear. It might have been better if you'd used OUR, because it'd be our souls, which is probably closer. Right. Obviously got the Crozius handle to do red. Very standout bit of kit here. It was close enough. That's good. It's quite low volume. Really? Okay, we can turn that up. I'll turn that up after the stream though. I've got to go into Streamlabs really to change that. It's the easiest way of doing all of those sorts of things is through the dashboard there. Des, was that just a really kind of passive-aggressive way of calling fish an arsehole? You know. Don't take it, fish. Fight back. Call Des out publicly. being real careful around the black there on the hand. Don't want to get any of this on the armor. Miss half damage. How you doing? I'm back. I feel like Vinnie Jones. It's been emotional. What time giveaway? So the first giveaway is for the 10,000 meeps for the whoever the stream boss is. Currently push motive. That's exactly 11:25. 5 minutes after that at 11:30, we will do the draw for that £50 hobby voucher. Once that's drawn, we'll give people a minute or two. And then as we start going through the work in progress gallery, we'll be having the entrance for the possible mystery mini. Could be someone desperately wants Kyra Draxus. Or Sergeant Ripper. She might not get a mystery reveal. But that will take place while we're doing the whip after 11:30. And it's always one of the favourite times. Just waiting to hear from Alquist see if they can put a razor wing on it too. Ooh. How are your Dark Eldar doing anyway, man? And when's that mega weekend stream, Chris? You know I'm not going to let you forget. Right. That's all good. Got all that. Any more red? Oh, bollocks. There's a bone thing in the middle of his bloody chest. Yeah, the book, obviously. The bolters, because it's Dark Angel. They have red guns. Any more purity seals anywhere on this bit? No. That's going to be leather. Cool. So the book and the bolters. Happy days. Let's scheme. I'll share it from my chat if they like it. Or do they not like it? I like your scheme. It's a nice red. And from what you've told me about it before as well, it's not necessarily speed paint red, but it's a quick red. Chris should do Mega Stream and paint the Void Dragon. Yes. Yes, Chris can spend all stream getting the VD done. Wait, hang on. Don't abbreviate that one. I've got my own to paint, which I'm really looking forward to. He's going to be part of the Necronathon 2 Judgment Day happening on the 21st of November. As long as I can get everything assembled in time, there's a lot to assemble. Oh shit, and 9 Scarabs on top of whatever it was I said earlier on. Oh shit, and 3 Scorpec Destroyers. I'll have 12. Just so we can run some really shitty Destroyer-centric lists. But I will be able to run the 27 Scarabs, 3 Tomb Spiders, absolute jank Necron list though. If anyone's not heard of that, it's gross. If your opponent can't deal with you and they can't take you off the objectives because you keep reanimating Scarabs, then you're okay. You know? Prime, Mephiston airbrush, Evil Suns airbrush, Black Ink airbrush for contrast, edge height. Sounds good to me, man. For me, Chris, doing the long streams, like yourself, I'm sure, is about giving something back to your community. And by that, it's usually a mad-ass weekend worth of entertainment for them. And they get to see you at the point where you're about to cry and break and everything else, which I think just from a sadistical perspective, most people enjoy. And they get to share the triumph when you inevitably succeed, or possibly only just succeed, you know. But equally, for me, it's the only time I ever get to paint my own shit. So that's because, Chris, you're a man with a heart of gold. After COVID's all been and done, mate, I'll see you at a tournament. I'll make you cry for real. Just by getting your critical hit in the fields, man. That's what we'll do. Maybe the LGT. Go for the Invitational again. Or rather, you can go for the Invitational. I will just go for the Invitational. See if we can get into that. Maybe do 3 or 4 days of gaming. Cool, right, just a book to do. And then we've got some handlebar bits to do. And they could do with being red. And screen's going to do green, because we did green on the bikes as well. Airbrushing the Mohawk, the 48-hour stable diet of pizza. Yep. Mr. Chillmore, how you doing, man? I've always said that I don't really need human contact. Lockdown showed me, yes I do. Yes I do. Malcia, how you doing? Alright, let's get the front cover of the Book of Destiny picked out. That's definitely some sort of Templar cross he's got on the front cover there. And get a nice smooth coat on this, so we're going in a little bit thinner than normal with our paint. Might require 2 coats, but probably be okay. This is just a base to get into the shadows and to give us a nice dark red to start getting some contrast off of and build those highlights with. So, not looking for anything crazy here. It is, however, getting properly warm in the house, and not sure why, because the heating's not on. Oh. Yeah, we're doing good, dude. We're doing very good. Had some work meetings today, and they made it pretty abundantly clear that we're all about to be made redundant. So going to be streaming more, going to be doing more commissions, and I'm going to be taking this full time. That's why we started the Patreon today, so !Patreon. We've got extra content. We've got painting lessons. I think there's 1 set of painting lessons left for the student course. John may have had the last one earlier on. Loads. Extra giveaways. That's the thing I'm almost weirdly most looking forward to is with Patreon having a little bit extra funding there. It means that I can do an extra giveaway every month for a painted mini. And so I get to paint more of the stuff I really want to paint. I'm going to call this a win. Straight up. That's a win. Right, just hitting the edges of this book, which are a little fiddly to get to. Let's do the bookmark red as well, actually. That's going to make sense. And we can build up to a really nice, strong red as well, so... Just got to get in here. Hit that edge. Are these chains in the way? Tricky. The sort of push fit-esque, easy assemble-esque monopose limitations that they've given you on this miniature are irritating. I'd much prefer to paint this separately, the rider and the bike, but unfortunately the rider's bum is attached to the bike, so it's literally just like the buttocks and gentleman sausage area that is attached, and you have to attach both legs separately. And I very, very nearly just filed it off and used another intercessor or something and kind of bodged it in. Mishap damage, I'm sure you can work that one out. If not, then you've led a very sheltered life and clearly haven't watched any Top Gear. Yeah. It's not necessarily push fit, but it is one of those definitely monopose. This is the way it goes together, and that's that kind of jobs. There's a couple of guide pegs, but it isn't like no glue, easy to assemble stuff. Please explain it. Well, it's a sausage that a gentleman has that's the other side of the buttocks region. And if you need any more information, then we'll discuss it after the stream. I know you're kidding. I can't not follow through on that though, right? So yeah, not the easiest mini as far as sub-assemblies go, but you know, it's okay. There have been worse. There have been a lot worse. Right. So just look at the side of the book. We're going to do these picked out in gold, I think. And we'll probably get something. There's a little plaque here. That will be gold. And then we'll just get a little, like some tiny bits of a script or something on there. Just to help that out. Any more red? We've got some more purity seals on this bit. And the handlebar bits on this bit, and then that's all of the red, I think. Nothing on the helmet area. Commissar Bob, if that was the last straw that that we had for integrity in this part of the hobby, then I definitely snapped that straw. Been compromised for a while, says Nick. Absolutely, mate. We've got mad people on stream painting their minis with basing material. You know, what mentalness is this? Can't believe they let a Warhammer influencer influence people with that. Okay. Brush for hire. Holy shit, dude. Let's get some hype in the stream for that. That was a mega cheer. Push Motive taking a substantial hit there. Can he hold on to the boss position for the next half an hour? Just Dices coming in with a follow as well. Also damaging the boss. 25 minutes past 11 exactly. Whoever is stream boss, as announced by Streamlabs, will win 10,000 meeps that will help them in their goal of winning that £50 hobby voucher. That's off. It's like the world's smallest daddy long legs in here now. We got Dr. Rhino in as well. Happy days. So we've got future streams coming up. Obviously, we've got whatever giveaway minis are picked to be working on. We're going to use some of those for some tutorials to be made. We're going to do some work here on Twitch, and we'll do a little bit of work off stream as well for some of the more boring elements, like maybe it's painting silver, for instance. I hate painting silver, it's dull. Silver's not dull, but the job of painting silver is dull. We've got freehand to do on this guy. We've got a raven wing symbol to do on that shoulder. Daddy long legs is a crane fly, right? Did you know they're actually quite venomous and bite but can't pierce our skin? Wow. Chris, I knew that was coming. There's at least one pedant in here. You're among a good crowd of people. Pearl Jam getting his sub on. Wait, no. That's Brush for Hire giving Pearl Jam that sub. Pearl Jam, let me give you your meeps. And Pearl Jam, you need to spend those meeps now. You've got about 11.5k to spend. Get in on the chance to win that £50 hobby voucher. Right. Let's start working up our reds. We're going to take some of that red, mix it into that red and black mix that we've got. Just get a slightly brighter, well, a much brighter version, but a slightly darker version of Cador Red, which is what we're using as our mid-tone for all of this. For things like the purity seals, we'll just do a quick highlight on them. We're not looking too much at these for a lot of layered highlights. We're just looking to get a lot of color down. The contrast is more important than a smooth highlight on something this small. Cool, didn't miss anything in chat. Fuck off. Trying very hard not to lose my shit with. Oh, now you're in the paint. That's it. You're done, kid. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, something else we might do is just do a quick bit of freehand on the occasional part of this. With some red. So let's just do the world's tiniest skull, if I can actually see what I'm working on. Burn it. That's a little bit harsh. Pearl Jam, well done, mate. If you stick around for another 40 minutes, which will be after the giveaway, unfortunately, you will have earned enough for one more ticket. Might have to save that for next time. Or give this up yourself, perhaps. So do a little round blob. And then just a little bit underneath that. Widen that top section just a touch more. There you go, we're telling you got some eyes in there. That'll look a little bit much more like a skull. Just got told to shut the fuck up, headphones on, seeing view to a kill. Damn. But good choice of music. Also, would you like to dual stream with me one evening? Should I message you after stream? I tell you what. Let's get the chat to answer that question. Who would like to see a Mohawk Frozin cross stream? Let's see if we can get a compelling argument from the chat. Frohawk. Frohawk could be the one. Well done, Danny. Insert Picard. Make it so. There's a proper Frohawk chat going on. Okay. Has Frozin done his super long stream yet? No, he hasn't, Nick. Looks like, Chris, we might have to have a little hobby date. I'm warning you now. I don't fuck on a first date. Alright. Don't get your hopes up. We can definitely stream, though. Who can paint the best Ultramarine? That's a contest I'm happy to play. Love a bit of Ultras. Fish is all over that shit. I mean, maybe whatever's in the mystery box, regardless of whether it's a Space Marine or not, maybe we just paint it as an Ultramarine. Jay, I've seen your face. You put out after hello. Actually, no. Chris is not happy about painting Ultramarines. So I reckon I'm going to win the Who Can Paint the Best Ultramarine contest then. What should we paint, Frozin? I think we should do something completely unrelated to like anything else that we do. Like any of our normal armies. Monolith off. Fuck that, John. I love the new Monolith Mini. I really love the Monolith Mini so much. But it is super shit. If GW didn't want me to buy 3 of them, they only had to do one thing, and that was make it a Lord of War choice. And then, behold. That's why, Chris. That's why, because it costs you 3 CP and 360 odd, well, 380 points. Let's be honest, because you want the death rays. And then the strats that I really want to use to drop 20 flayed ones right out the front of it, or 9 Scorpec destroyers straight out the front of it. Wait, can you do 9 in the unit, or is it 6? I think 6 is the most, isn't it? But yeah, the strats I want to use for that are core only. I'm like... Give it quantum shielding. That would suddenly be interesting. But hey, they decided instead, it's alright, Jay, you don't need to buy one. We understand that you've got a lot of Necrons to paint already. And so what we've done, just for you, so we've made this a Lord of War. And so unless you're buying 3 of them and spending 6 CP on that, you don't need to worry. We've got your back, bro. That's what GW did. They did that for me and for everyone else that didn't want to spend £315. Oh, Brush for Hire wants more bitties, he says. He's now stream boss. Mate, can you hold on to that? Did you pop your cherry too early? There are 19 minutes left in the battle. Whoever wins becomes 10,000 meeps richer than they were at the start of the stream. That could be the difference between winning the raffle for that £50 hobby voucher or not. Don't know why we're painting the top bit. I'm going to do that bit silver. As you can see, I got halfway through painting the silver on these and was like, I'm going to paint so much red around that. I guarantee you I'm going to paint half of that silver red. That's a bad idea. So we're leaving quite a lot of the recess in there, a lot of shade. But I want the bolters to be quite bright. In fact, I want all of the red to be quite in your face on this. It's going to make the black look a lot darker by proxy. And I explained this to the Patreon video, and we talked about how to do the black. I said, all right, at the moment, everything looks kind of bright. We haven't got a matte varnish on it just yet to help stop the satin, make it look a little bit brighter than it is. Ooh, December Wind deciding, actually, no, I'm going to just pick on you a little bit. Advanced Lost Arms, they need a group of writers in the Marine Codex because there's so much shit in it. So, yeah, it's definitely one of those. Certainly as well, like the amount of things that got core in the Marine Codex. So they explained the core keyword in a Warhammer community article as things that make up the fighting core of your army. So please tell me, out of a Space Marine chapter of 1,000 dudes plus auxiliaries, what percentage of that chapter is company veterans, and why in God's name are they core? Equally, why are Vanguard veterans and Stern Guard core when they make up a small percentage of the first company? Eradicators. Mate, I play Imperial Knights. Don't talk to me about Eradicators. They're grim. They are grim. There are ways to play around them, which is not easy. You know, it's really not easy. Fish, I think veterans should be like, maybe they get like reroll ones to hit by themselves, but they don't get core. So it kind of takes the fact that they are a veteran, they've been there, they've seen it, they've done it, and gives them that on their datasheet. But there are so many strats that are like, pick a core unit in the game. And I think there's going to be some that really just take the piss a little. So we'll see. Dreadnoughts I do get as core, actually. I genuinely do, because from a fluff perspective, they are like the fighting backbone of a Marine army, like the Dreadnoughts and your groups of dudes. So I actually get Dreads as core. But if the Forge World book comes out and a Leviathan or a Relic Contemptor is core, then I'm just calling bullshit right there and then. Because that's a piss take. I'm also hoping that they completely overhaul Leviathan. And in the battle report we've just done for Imperial Bunker, we're using the new updated Hunter-Killer missiles. Those things at strength 10. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, fucking hell, Des. No, just no. Make you bring back full ATVs. Somehow to give full chapter master rolls to ATVs, and a biker chapter master give the same to Ravenwing Black Knights. Brilliant. That's a bit rough. Sure, Fish, I understand that, but to me, there's enough dreads to kind of make it core. As in, you'd see enough of them that they'd be core. There's because I play knights, so fuck off. And that's only 720 points for that. Last verse games. Peace out, dude. If you win the voucher, keep an eye on your Twitch whispers. I'll get in touch. Right, let's get the book done. And we are not that far away from the stream boss battle being decided. So like we did with the skull, we're going to leave a lot of recesses. But everything else is going to get this initial highlight pass with an ever so slightly darkened Kato Red highlight. Kato Red base. And then, oh my god! That's the best username ever. An anonymous cheerer cheers with 1,000. Let's get some love in the stream for that guy right there. Dude! That's legendary. Absolute legendary. And a few of you got some emotes as well, so please make sure you give them a thank you message. Fucking hell, that came out of nowhere. Smooth indeed, Mr. Chillmore. Smooth indeed. Damn. All the hype. Commissar Bob spamming those meeps. You love that emote. Meep, come here. No? Commissar Bob wants to say hello, and you're just being a drama queen. Sorry, Bob, I tried. Smooth with a capital smooth. Shade in these areas here in between what will be those gold bands. Clearly a very ornate and well looked after book. That Jaeger coming in for a bit of that action. You know, cats are agents of chaos. Quite definitely. You say Zench. Mine is definitely an agent of Nurgle. Because her poops are horrible. How something so cute and fluffy can deliver a olfactory shattering thing like that, I have no idea. And I don't know if you heard it, but that noise just then was the cat pretending to be a dog. What's better to take in 9th, Inceptors or Boltstorm Aggressors? Currently, one of the most heavily contested units to be most broken unit in the Marine Codex. It's actually Plasma Inceptors. Brush for hire with a nursery. Give me back my boss status. You're going to have to do more than that, I'm afraid. Clearly today's boss, very resilient to bits. Might be less resilient to other things, but, you know, we changed the boss's stats and the amount of damage he can take, or they can take, rather, I should say, every stream to keep you guys guessing a little bit. Sometimes he's more vulnerable to one attack form than another. We have 9 minutes left on the boss battle. Can an anonymous cheerer with an epic username retain their title? Also, I note they haven't said anything since that time, so that's some next level lurking as well. They can move a mile and the damage output is mental. Yes. Yes, it is. I'm expecting there to be... New Painter 2, thank you for the follow and welcome. I'm expecting them to potentially be super strong in the Dark Angels book, especially if DA get the weapons from the Dark Ages back. There's every chance it might happen. Who knows, right? Inceptors move 12. No, 10. Inceptors move 10. Brush for hire, gifting a sub as well, fulfilling our level 1 hype train. Dude, you have been on fire today. Gifting a sub to Sarantis, another epic streamer here. Let me give them their meeps. Boom, sorted. Sarantis, if you're there, you've got some meeps to spend. MC6117 coming in with a follow as well. Welcome to the stream, pal. Again, just leaving the recesses with this. We're going right up to that edge. We're going around this design that's been embossed. But yeah, Plasma Scepters. They're a bit strong. I watched a Art of War, !AOW in the chat, battle report that featured those in, and they are scary. They are really, really scary. You can deep strike them for free. They've got decent movement. You only overheat on a natural 1 now, so unmodified 1s. And they have the blast special rule. So blast means that they get a minimum of 3 shots per person against units of 6 to 10 and full 6 shots per unit. Oh. Huh. Okay, Des. I didn't even think about that. I thought they were all done off your... Don't you buy bits, though? Through your Streamlabs account? Didn't know you could cheer anonymously. If that's the case, I might have to start anonymously just sneaking into people's streams and like, BAM! You can cheer anonymously. Oh, okay, okay. Learned something new today. But yeah, the blast rule on those as well, they absolutely wreck elite infantry. And there's a lot of elite infantry armies out there at the moment. Obviously, Marines are doing super well. And whilst everyone expected a very vehicle-heavy meta, don't know about you guys, but I haven't seen it. I'd say I play in more competitive games than the average 40k player. It's not like all I've seen is tanks, so... I'd guess if it was a Twitch thing, they would, but maybe not if it's like meant to be shown as a username. Right, we have just less than 5 minutes left. So I'm going to grab the clock up. Clock tab. Bam. We have 4 minutes and 15 seconds right now. So rather than carry on doing the highlights on the red, so we'll miss the crosshairs out, we'll miss the handlebars out and stuff like that. We'll just keep working on the book to finish that front element on this this bike. So we need some more Cador red. Thinking Discord General, definitely something we got to uncheck that box. Oh, okay. Oh! Push Motive gifting a sub. This one went to Theosaurus Rex. Let me give Theo their meeps. Bam. Sorted. Make sure you can see the clock. So 3.5 minutes left, thereabouts. Loads of time. Theo, you need to be spending your meeps, dude. You got plenty there now for a good couple of entries. However, if the boss battle is won by someone that we don't know... Wow, this is next level fucking with the system. Yeah. If a non wins, no one wins. Crazy. Crazy. You call hacks. You can call hacks as much as you like. We finished the level 1 hype train. Thank to everyone gifting those subs, throwing them bits out. You guys all rock. Ichu says it was me. Ichu. But was it? Was it? Frosting's like, no, I'm Spartacus. Release Wadger. I'm Wadger. Jaeger coming in again. He wants to be the boss. Wants to be the boss. You've got 2 minutes and counting. Almost exactly. To try and take down the anonymous boss. This is interesting. So going in now with pretty much just Cador red. There's a little of that previous mix in there. Just help our blend a little. Minute and a half. That son Des is like, actually, no, I'm having it. Oh shit, here we go. Chimo's throwing out some gift subs as well. Let me try and get these in quick.
Can't have nobody winning now, can we?
Can we? Chimo gift subs to Ark Iran TV. We've got Baumfalk, I think. There is 50 seconds left, and I know the bot is about to be busy doing this now, so Des might have stolen this. Let's get some love in the stream, please, for both of these guys. Helping the community out. Oh, wow, Baum, you need to spend some meeps. You've got loads. Captain Birdie Scud Bucket. What a great name. Captain Birdie CPT. And then finally, GZZ Mac also getting a sub. We've got 5, 4, 3. It's Brush for Hire UK. Sneaks in there at the end and gets it. So we also had cheers from Brush for Hire, MCG Jaeger, Uriel Ventry, but Brush for Hire UK pow, sniped it through. Holy shit, December Wind had a go as well. Guys, you guys are mental. Absolutely mental. Another humongous cheer from Brush for Hire. Holy shit. The bot is like full on. I don't even know where I am anymore. There's John's cheers. I think all the damage has been done that could have been done. I'm interested to see which one of those cheers it was that caused Brush for Hire to win. There was a lot. Just got one more sub to give some meeps to, which is GZZ Mac. Everybody else has had their meeps, so you now have just less than 5 minutes to exclamation point how, and an exclamation point oct20, a space, and an X for the number of tickets you need to buy. He was damaged and healed himself. Ooh. Ooh, that's a next level play. That's a very next level play. But Brush for Hire, giving you your 10,000 meeps. Bam. There you go, mate. You have 15k to spend. Do it. Get your meeps. Get those tickets out. We have 3 minutes left on this giveaway. If you would like to win a £50 hobby voucher to the hobby stockist of your choice, there's Element there, could be Rival Crafts, could even be to spend in Mr. Chris Frozin's store. Maybe you want some Alliance Armory tech. Could be anything. As long as they have a voucher system and accept PayPal, we will give you a voucher for wherever. And if it's somewhere like Chris, who we know, you don't need to worry about that. We'll just find a way of making it work. No issues there whatsoever. Exclamation point win and exclamation point how for some details on that. Pretty sure we've given everyone their meeps. Brush for Hire, I think you miscalculated. So we will do quickly. Let's just yeah, 25 is what you can do, mate, right now. You've got 10,270, so 25 gets you in there. I will go through the list of people who have entered the giveaway. Let's just flick the screen over. So here we're at. We've got December Wind, Daddy Tubbs, Saragon, Theosaurus Rex, The Crooked Grin, Big Brom, Cormag, Lord Gitface, Commissar Bob, Kets TV, Brush for Hire with 83 now. He's feeling confident. Main Unit, Jager, Craig, Sarah with 81. Oh, Brush for Hire increased to 108. It's a battle of the titans here at the top, though. Strata Miniatures, Viking XDK, Lastverse Games, AJC72, Hicko, Voodoo Yaz, Dez with his single solitary ticket. I'll print you one. Voodoo Yaz with 50. Wait, hang on. I'll print you one. Rocky with 60. Signal with 4. Tide with 60. Tiz, Warren Cap, Hersal Cero, Fish, Uriel Venturi, M. Groening, Cakefisk, Chimo, Binkleton. But there's so many in the raffle this time. Polly, Flash and Dash, Mel Swear, Sons of Rolo, Ichu, Mishap, Damage, Mr. Chillmore, Sammy P, Pro Jam, Bantle Arms, A Cold, Push Motive, Melchete, Captain Birdie, S. Farrell, and Chris Frosty. We'll leave this for another. We'll leave it till 23:31, a minute and a half. So get your tickets in now if you want to be entered into the giveaway. 108 is the biggest number we've got in here, but there's quite a lot of tickets overall. So that's not even necessarily gonna do it. 1 minute left. Oh, it's gonna be a fight in the chat. Sarah says, I'm going off for you, Brush for Hire UK. The prize for the mystery box, either of these two minis or the contents of the mystery box, will be decided at the end of the work in progress gallery. So you've got all of the whip to get involved on that. Remember, Patreons. Whichever one of these doesn't get taken, you'll get the other one of. If neither of them get taken, you get the choice of. Anyone that's a Patreon of the video viewer or higher category will have access to that. 10 seconds left in the contest, so get your entries in now. Exclamation point OCT20, a space, and a number of tickets. Okay, we're calling it there. Giveaway is closed. So here we go. The winner of the October 2020 £50 hobby voucher is Push Motive. Push Motive, I'd like to point out, 15 tickets right in there at the end. The Titans on 180 odd. Push Motive right down at the bottom. Everyone's got a chance, you see. Congratulations, dude. Please hit me up on Discord after the show and let me know where you would like your hobby voucher for. It can be anywhere, like I said, that has a voucher system in place and that accepts PayPal. We're good for all of that. Do you already know where you want the voucher for? You already got something in mind? You're thinking, actually, I want it for this because I'm going to buy exactly this with it. Games Workshop, we can definitely do you a Games Workshop voucher. So all I will need from you is your first name and surname. I need your email address, and then just get over to me on Discord. I will be able to get into gamesworkshop.com after the show, get that out to you. There you go. Sarah, unlucky. It's that gambler's thing though, right? You know. Right. Let's reset that. This is subscriber only. It's no ticket cost. If you are a subscriber, all you need to do is type in October 20 Mini. Oct 20 Mini. You could win either of these two minis or the contents of the mystery box. There are 82 people online right now. The vast majority of you guys are subscribers. There should be 82 people entering this contest. Remember, again, Patreons of video viewer and up. You get a second chance. Exclamation point second for some more details there. Saragon's like, mystery box! It could happen, buddy. It could happen. Right, let's have a quick look. Over on Patreon, we have, I think, 9 people. Yeah, there are 9 people that will get a second chance out of this. That's really good odds. Really good odds to get a mini. Possibly 1 in 82, possibly 1 in 9, possibly both. Who knows? Let's go now, though, into the work in progress gallery. See what you guys have been painting. So today, start the stream, Commissar Alfarius, finished heavy weapons team, he says. Here we go. So this is Commissar Bob. He's had to duck out now, unfortunately, I think. Maybe he's still there. He's got these guardsmen that he has added some AdMech pieces to. So most notably the helmets, and they're looking pretty fly. Honestly, can't hate on these. You do need to tidy up that base rim though, mate. No one likes a sloppy rim job. Other than that, it's looking really good. Usual kind of feedback I give to everyone. Up some of the contrast a little bit. The base you've got, if you just thin down a little bit of like a brown, you've got that snakebite leather contrast paint in the background, I think. If you thin that right down and just put that in a few recesses here and there, you're going to get a bit more interest on the base itself. Don't have to do a lot, just a little bit here and there, just to give it extra level of interest. That's all. Ichu, if you do, you do. You know. Frantis, what is this awesome? Are you kicking off some ass? You kick some ass on the game table? Always, Captain Madlove. Always. Sarantis, these are my Menia conversions. They go in my Sarek conversion. That's the throne of the Silent King. And this is pretty sick. Pretty sick. I love it. We saw this on the last stream. I'm just going to sneakily scroll up. These are the Menias that go with it. And it's the fucking Slender Man. Let's be honest. Whew. Give me the willies then. Rocky, still no audio or video. I have no idea what's going on with him. It's weird. Whatever you need from me in Discord, I need your real name and your email address if you want a Games Workshop voucher. Those are the things that they need their end, so that's all. Did the alert not work? None of the Patreon alerts are working. I've set them up. I even tested them earlier on in Streamlabs. All I can think of is it's something with the bot. Maybe needs to be just reconnected to get all of that. I'm not sure. But Kets, if you've coming through Patreon, don't worry, we will double check on all of that before we go with that contest. Close up, Bob. I love the little X-Men style cross on the backpack. I'm liking your color scheme overall for these successors. What the shit? What the actual shit? That is a Deathmark gun on the end of a bolt gun. This is heresy. Of the highest order, someone called a Death Watch. Take him out. That being said, I do kind of like this for a Stalker bolt rifle. Right. It's alright. Nice work, man. Nice work. See a little bit of red has gotten away from you on the grey. A little bit of tidying up to do, obviously, but keep it going. Keep it going. Chimo, finish this Goblin Warband, he says. Oh, my dude. My dude. I'm not going to lie, I can't fully back you on the bright pink robes. But the actual Tiger Squigs. Love them. Absolutely love them. They're great. Nice work, man. Very, very nice work. This is the Shadespire guys, right? Awesome stuff. Now he's painting trolls. Oh, dude. Yeah, okay. I like this color scheme. The dark blues, the purples, that scaly green. They're now Tigs, not Squigs. Brilliant. Brilliant. They're gonna be great. They're gonna be great. Everyone in the chat that saw that advert is now intentionally triggered. Sorry, guys. Not sorry. Love it, mate. Really, really cool. I like that a lot. Melchete. A bit more progress made tonight. I think my edge highlights were too heavy-handed, but I'm happy on the progress regardless. Let's have a look. So let's get slightly zoomed in on this. I see what you mean on the scroll work. Yeah, that they're a bit thick. Everything else looks okay. You could probably take some... I'd actually just go dark tone, like a straight up black wash, and just panel line some of this. If you look on the arm that's like holding the scepter, not the book one, but the scepter one, you've got a few bits there that could do with that shading. On the feet, you can see you've got the silver and the red. There's a little bit of an overlap there. Just get a nice black band in there to really sort of cement those down. But yeah, other than that, mate, I think you're good. Your highlights, like I said, a little bit thick on the scroll work, but you can subtract some of that out easily enough if you need to. It's good. Nerd! How are you doing? We're just in the whip right now. We've got our subscriber contest going on at the moment for a mini painted by me in a colour scheme of the winner's choice. That's happening as we're doing the whip. Let's have a look at the contest entry list for that right now. If I don't call your name out, you're not on the list, you're not eligible for the prize. So. Oh, Rocky, that sucks, but he can't hear me saying that. Daddy Tubbs, Brush for Hire, Ichu, Fish, Hicko, Captain Birdie, Chris Frosting, Cormag, Main Unit, Flash and Dash, Chimo, December Wind, Saragon, I'll print you one, Kets TV, Malchete, Binkleton, Tidst, S. Farrell, Celtic Craig, Omar, Earl of Entry, Commissar Bob, AJC72, Rival Sarah, Mr. Chilmore, Rocky, Jager, Malsuir, Crooked Grin, Acold, Gitface, That's One's Dog, Pulitzer Cracker, Theosaurus Rex, Strata, Abando's Arms, Tide, GCZ Mac, Dez, and Pearl Jam. You guys are all in. If I didn't call your name out and you would like to win a miniature painted by me in a colour scheme of your choice, exclamation point, OCT 20 Mini, Oct 20 Mini to enter. Gotta be a subscriber to get in. And remember, Patreons will get their second chance. Just gonna move this over here so I can keep an eye on that. Yeah, Kets, we've definitely got you in. The video, not the video, the emotes, for whatever reason, aren't working. Like I said, I think I might need to just link up the bot to it again rather than anything else. I'm pretty sure I've done everything right, but hey ho. Quid says, went for a GW/Grimdark feel with these, heavy weathering and shadows. First off, I love it. You've gone proper old school Devastators, blue helmets, if they're Blood Angels. Big fan of that. Really, really like it. Your plasma color is great. The armor color is great. Yeah, man, this... I got nothing. I got nothing for feedback. Okay. I've got one thing, and I'm being a bit of an asshole. But all I've got is one thing to say about this. The silver you've got for the gun. So the guy on the right of the shop is holding his gun there. He's got this big bank of silver. That silver looks really flat. And the more I look, the more I can see that on some of the others as well. So you've got highlights that are nice, crisp edge highlights everywhere. You've got this weathering everywhere. And then you've got this slightly flat silver. It could definitely do with some slightly more explicit highlights on there. So maybe just a couple. Just pick out some of the edges here and there just to give it a bit more interest. That's all I've got though, mate. Everything else you've got here is pretty fucking perfect. The bases could be more interesting. You could go with some tufts on there. You could go with getting a few more tones on with some weathering pigments. But, mate, great job. You're wrong, it's been sent off to the new owner. Oh, you're not wrong, but it's been sent off to the new owner, so I can't change anything. Well, that's fair. That's fair. But, dude, digging it. Really, really digging it. Well done. Those blue helmets are sick AF. Based out Death Guard ready for enamel wash. Trying to use materials I haven't tried yet. Going for enamel washes and heavy weathering pigments for my Death Guard. I've never used an enamel wash, so I'd be really interested to see how you get on with this. This is nice, kind of old school OG Death Guard look. It's nice. Daddy Tubbs, that makes perfect sense, man. I'm loving it. Good stuff. And then Danny, here we go. He's been working on value sketching. So Danny and I had a paint lesson a couple of weeks ago. And one of the things I showed him how to do was to establish values by hand. This looks like it's been done with an airbrush, though. Unless your brushwork improved way more in that lesson than I thought it did. This looks like airbrush work. But it's a good value layer. Just a good teacher. Mate, there's a fucking limit, alright? Danny, I love you, dude. So, got a value layer down. Then we've applied colour on top of that. So am I right in thinking that all this is just block colour painted over that value layer? Nice and thin. Solway is a great painter. The Duke of Dirt, quite definitely. The blue is great, dude. Yeah, really nice, very smooth. You're going to have to come back in with some washes. Need to get that gold, just delineate a little bit, get some separation in there. But otherwise, it's okay, you know. Metallics are usually very heavy coverage because of the inclusion of metallic elements to the pigment. It's not just a color and some medium, it's a color, some medium, and some metal fleck. It's going to be very difficult to glaze that on over a value layer and have it modulated the way you want it to. But otherwise, it's all good. Dear oh dear, I'm glad he can't hear me. Last pick. Look at that blue. And all that is that blue in the background there, painted over that value layer. Crazy. Remember, you can paint those value layers without the need of an airbrush. It takes a bit more time, but it can go on there nice and... Wait, we've seen this? Oh, okay, we've got extra steps in. Nice. Yeah, nice work, Commissar Bob. You get a little bit more shadow in there. So again, we keep saying about stuff like this. So just around the inside trim of the shoulder pad, get a darker line in there between the gold and the highlight you've put in on the red. I can see the highlight you've put in on the red. That's nice. But just getting that in there will help give you a nice dark shadow here. It'll make your highlights look brighter. It'll draw nice boxes around stuff in a darker layer. You've just done it. Great. And tidy your base rim, young man. Fucking sloppy rim jobs everywhere. Frozin, speed painting them, he says. So I've seen some of these before. I'm pretty sure I've seen this one, in fact. Isn't this one of your Archons? Because that's a Scourge head. Nice, man. Very, very nice. So Chris is putting about, I think you said about 40 minutes or so into each one of these. Last time we spoke about it, not a lot. Just Cyrite, okay. For 40 minutes, can't really argue with that, can you? You know. I think the weapon definitely needs some more shadows in there. It's a little bit too much of just the grey. So certainly on the underside of each of those gems, I'd probably give one. And then a couple of lines. So you've got the scope. There's those 2 lines in there. Could do with it. Other couple of places here and there. But otherwise, again, this is a speed painted thing, right? It needs to have a time limit put on it to be able to get through an entire army. Again, for 40 minutes, this is pretty fucking banging. 40 days per model, not 40 minutes. Ah, okay. Hey, you guys are ripping on him. How many finished models have you lot done compared to him this year? I reckon Chris is still ahead. That's a very nice looking Venom, mate. Definitely well up my street. I love that. Super dark, super bright. That's absolutely my style. Big fan, dude. Keep him going, mate. Can't wait to see that army in full. Nerd says I'm at about 6. I dread to think how many minis I've painted this year, but 300, 400, somewhere in between the two. Here's Des. Splash of wash and decals make all the difference. Still a bit of finishing to do, though, he says. Yeah, not a humongous amount. I mean, all of your ultras are very dark and very subtle with your highlights, right? So it's difficult to see some of what you've got on a photo, but those decals really, really help with this. You could get some weathering powders. You could just do a little bit of the dust sort of rising up along part of the back, maybe impacted into the tire treads and so on, that kind of thing. But it's not a lot to do there, mate. You know, you're smashing that. Good work. So another quick look at the giveaway. So I think the last ones were Des. So we got Pearl Jam, and Push Motive. You guys are all in. Exclamation point Oct 20 Mini if you would like to have a chance in this giveaway. So you got Mephiston from Pearl Jam. I like it, dude. The very end of the sword needs a little bit of work, and that blood drop is kind of flat in comparison to what you've got going on there. But the red you've used for the cloak is amazing. I like the fact you've got that little sense of blue in around the cowl there as well. Mishap damage 18 minis. Rocky says 69. It's like 0.69, if anything. So, very cool, man. I think I've said this before. Those little vials, just get some thin white paint or ink and just do a slight vertical line down each one, and it will make it look a lot more like glass. It'll have that very definite reflective quality to it if you do. But overall, it's a great job on Mephiston. Let's look at the butt shot. You could maybe go a little higher on the cloak, the black part of the cloak. But I don't think you need to. No, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. It's just at the bottom of it looks like there's a highlight and the top doesn't look like there's a highlight, and it might just be the photo. Rocky has no idea. Like, love it though, man. One last shot from the front, straight down the barrel of that gun. See the satin, the finish that the black has. Just picking up a little bit of that red, like an sort of an accidental reflection, is so good. So good. There's just clarify that for him as like finished painting. It's going to be a big fat number. Right, Strata Minis working on terrain. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. I like that. Loads of weathering. Lots of environmental effects going on there. That's super good. This is obviously that like mausoleum style that you have for Age of Sigmar. Chris, that's like a weekend's work, you know. What did you do for the rest of the year? 110 minis in a weekend. Nice, mate. Really, really nice. That's going to look epic when it's all together. Kaibong of Batten's Lost Arms has got a pretty sexy looking Death Guard Dreadnought. This thing's definitely seen better days, and that Imperial Fist is about to go for a swim somewhere he doesn't want to swim. This is cool, man. This is very cool. I think the only sort of criticism I have for it isn't really a criticism, because it's not the style you're painting it in. But for me personally, I'd have liked to have seen some of the elements of the bone have a little bit more brightness to them here and there. But everything you've got on the rest of the mini is very much that darker look. So it has to go towards the way you've done it and not the way that I would do it. Which means that really I have absolutely no criticism at all. You've taken your style and you've smashed it. I'm still not in love with that Nurgle green shit, but at least I can see there's some sort of texture on there that you've managed to get into it. You've put some effort in. You've done well with it. You make Danaz fists. Well, I guess he's got one less right now. Ouch. It's definitely got that old school Death Guard look to it, which makes sense because, you know, Contemptors, you know, date back all that way. And I can't see the Death Guard really being too fussed about a fresh coat of paint here and there. Your weathering is great. Yeah, solid work, man. Let's have a close look at that fist. Oh, wow, you've been written down on the shoulder guard. You horrid, horrid man. And apparently you have a Nurgling jacking it on his back as well. Wow. We'll move off of that now before the Twitch Terms of Service comes in and bites me squarely in, well, what he's holding. This is Theodore. I'm guessing it's Theosaurus Rex. Painted this up earlier this month, took a break from working on it. First mini paints is getting back into the hobby, he says. This is some Forge World Tau. I really don't know what this is. This isn't a hazard suit because they've only got 2 burst cannons, right? It is a hazard suit. Okay, different guns then. Nice. Okay, I like this. You've got loads of shading in those recesses. Really amps up all the detail. I like the inclusion of the green shoulder pad. You've got nice little bits of green on the like sep stripes on the knee pad there. You could maybe do a couple more of those, but don't go too far. Actually, that has a twin link something or other. It got as a gift years back. Nice. That's cool, man. I like the base. You've got various different colours in there. Bases always look better when there's more going on than just like I put down some sand and I dry brushed it or something, you know. Definitely done a lot of extra work they didn't need to do. Look at it from this side, much brighter here as well. Yeah, it's good, man. I like it a lot. Cool colour scheme as well. Commissar Bob says, there you go. Tricky to see from that photo, but yeah, nice work, mate. Well done. Well done. Lulu, little bit of work on this guy. Super glue messed up his boots, so when I get around to basing him, we'll touch up the red, use some pigments, powders to tie him in. Not for an army, so I can go wild with the base if I need to. So this is the Primaris Lieutenant from... Oh, wow, that glue went mad. Do you know why that did that? It's usually to do with too much glue and too humid an environment. So something to bear in mind whenever you're putting it together, some sub-assemblies, try and do it somewhere dry. Don't like breathe out on your mini. Basically the super glue fumes dry in the air when they come into contact with moisture very, very quickly. So as little humidity as possible, ideally. So, I like it, mate. It's cool. Obviously, got some repair work to do on the base, as you know. I like the fact you've gone for a purple undershade on this as well. Which is it. This is the last... Alright, let's get a big look at this. In fact, while we're having a look at this, the list of entries, still the same. So if you're a subscriber, and you would like to win a miniature painted by me in a colour scheme of your choice, from either Sergeant Ripper Jackson, Kyrie Adraxus, or the contents of the mystery box, now is the time to be here. Exclamation point OCT 20 Mini, Oct 20 Mini. Get involved. Yeah, mate, I really like the pink / purple undertones that you've got with this. Coming right up to a pretty electric looking orange. Yeah, it's cool, man. Sound, well done. But yeah, that humidity has fucked his shoes up. Big time. Oh, here we go. Strata. This is a snow theme we're going for. That's some really nice snow. I normally use crushed glass for my snow, but it's for things like scenery and stuff, it becomes easily expensive. So this looks good. I like it. You got some Warcry minis going on right next to him as well. Nice, dude. Right. This is going to be it. So, for your choice, winner's choice, of either Kyrie Adraxus, Sergeant Ripper Jackson, or the contents of the mystery box, which is a mini that no longer has rules. Here is the draw. We close the giveaway now. And the winner of this month's mini is none other than... This is Ket's TV! So Ket's, congratulations. Now you get the choice of which one of these you would like. We've still got the Patreon draw to do after this as well. So you have either Ripper Jackson, the most badass. You want the mystery box? Kets wants the box. Are you sure, Kets? Change your mind now if you want to. Everyone else is like, open the fucking box. Sure, we'll always go for the mystery box. Okay. So in the box. Plenty of bubble wrap. This is a weighty miniature. Definitely weighty. Definitely weighty. Show us you pointy haired tease. I can't even open it, mate. It's J-proof. Fuck's sake. Is it cocaine? Unsurprisingly, I haven't yet found a way to make miniatures out of cocaine. And so, no, it is not. So, Fish, what's the best Ultramarines model they've ever made? How much more sellotape do you need to put on something? Fucking Jesus. Missed half damage. That's super cute, and I'm very sorry about that. This is absolutely one of my favorite GW models ever. This is the metal Manius Calgar. And it's such an amazing miniature. It's one of the only minis that has ever won Golden Demon in a 40k single miniature character competition without being converted. This for me is where GW peaked in their casting of metal miniatures. It's just something else. As you can see, big boy Terminator. Fucking love the dude. So Ketz, it's up to you. We can paint him as an Ultramarine. Obviously, we've got all the Ultramarine insignia and so on for it. Or we can paint it in some form of Ultramarine successor chapter. But you have won yourself Manius Calgar, Chapter Master of the Ultramarines in his best sculpt ever. I hope you're happy. Hope you're not suddenly going, I fucking hate Smurfs. Mystery box won't always give you what you need. We'll have to go Ultramarine. Let's go traditional. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go traditional OG Ultramarines on this guy. Do it as a word bearer. There's get out. That's a bannable offense right there. Well done, dude. So that's probably going to be on our next stream, which will be Sunday. Get some assembly going on, but we've got one more giveaway. That means because Ketz took the mystery box, both of these two are up for grabs for our Patreon winner. Brush for Hire, thank you very much for hanging out tonight. A huge thank you for the incredible generosity you've shown this evening. Everybody, they're going to be streaming 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. Please tune in, give them some love. You know, make their first stream an absolute success. And I'll be here. You can get me on Discord or whatever. If you've got any problems, if you're having just any issues whatsoever, hit me up. Take care, dude. Right. Let me quickly go to Patreon and see how many Patreons we have of the video viewer or higher category. Sort by tier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10. Do I have a D10? Not down here anymore. Damn it. We have 10. So what we're going to do, we're going to do this by dice. Since I don't have D10s, we're going to do D6s for high or low. And then we'll re-roll 6s. So there are 10 people. I've got them sorted in one particular order. I'm not entirely certain if with like GDPR and stuff, I can show you the screen. There's email addresses there, so almost certainly not. So what we're going to do, we're going to roll the dice. On a 1, 2, or 3, it's going to be numbers 1 to 5. On a 4, 5, or 6, 6 being a Death Ray Designs logo, it's going to be 6 to 10. So let's find out which category we're in. It's the lowest numbers. And the lowest numbers, because of the way I've sorted it, is everyone that is a student level subscriber and one person that is a video viewer Patreon. So we're going to re-roll 6s. We're going to count down from the top of the screen in that order. It's number 3. Ooh, number 3 is Mr. Uriel Ventris! John Swallow, Captain Thong, himself. You're the winner, dude. So, Mr. Ventris, the man named after an Ultramarine, can't have the Ultramarine, but you can have one of these two. So which would you like, big boy? Come on, Dr. Thong. You get your choice of the ladies. You can have the Inquisitor, or you can have the Catachan. Which do you want? Dragonbird, please. There you go. Which means Sergeant Ripper Jackson can come back for another giveaway. I'm surprised she didn't get picked. I think that's a fucking sick mini. Carrier is a lady. Yeah, I'm pretty sure lady. So, well done, mate. I need to know from you what colour scheme you would like this painted in. Obviously, we've got armour and cape and so on. We've also got the dragon. You can choose your colour scheme for all of that sort of stuff. We can do box art if you want. We can do something else crazy, weird, and wonderful. So let me know after the stream which you would like. But now it is definitely time to end the stream. We've done some red. We finished some bone. And that skull is looking pretty hot, if I do say so myself. Let's get right in on this. Stop. But that is pretty badass. So, thank you for everyone that's tuned in, and a humongous thank you to everybody that has already supported me on Patreon. I am astounded at the amount of support that has been given. I've got no words, basically. I'm going to have a quiet drink and look forward to producing content for Patreon for you guys to sit and absorb. It's a humongous thank you. Let's see who's still about on Twitch. Let's get that raid going on. Who's still about? Let's see. Ooh. Impending Duff is on. Kenny is on? He's talking to Rob Bear. There's absolutely no way I'm joining that stream. Because I call Rob Bear a cunt. Moving on. Who else we got? Eenie Minis. Holy shit, I haven't seen her in ages. She's got an ad break on at the moment. I want to see what she's painting. All I can see at the moment is the Seamen Grand Tour episode advert. She's painting... Holy shit. Some awesome plant chick on a tree. I haven't seen Eni in ages. She changed her stream times. And recently, I had some important life news. So if you know what that life news was, congratulate her for it. Anyway, folks, I will see you on Sunday. Peace out. You're beautiful. Have a great weekend.